So next important topic is frames. Like a beam is constructed as a frame. In such cases, we need to find out the deflections. These type of problems, asked in the examination. Okay, there are two methods that we can follow. One is a direct method by visualizing how it will bend, and another one is if you are unable to visualize that, you directly use the strain energy method. We will see both the methods. Okay, so for example, here this is the length L and this is the L and A, B and then C. See here, these two are connected perpendicularly like that. That means, if I am turning this, then this also will turn like this. It is not a hinge, it is a welded here. This is a welded, but this is a hinge. This frame is connected here to the support with a hinge. That means it will allow to rotate the frame entirely. Okay, so here what is happening, I will, when I turn this, then what is happening, this will try to rotate like this. When it is trying to rotate, then this also try to rotate like this, if it is not fixed here. Okay, since it is fixed, then it will bend like this, and then since here it is fixed, then it is a bend like this. That is the final position of this. So what is the final position of this point P? That is what we need to find out here. Okay, so here we can visualize this in two steps. What is that? First, this is the frame, right? This is the frame. Okay, this is the frame. So when I apply P, let's assume that it is not deflecting. This is not deflecting. This is not deflecting. Only this horizontal is deflecting. Okay, then in such cases, this only horizontal is deflecting. Then because of that, what happened? It will come like this. So it will come from here to here. Okay, then this is called as a YC1. From here to here, it is a YC1. Okay, now I will take this as a remains constant. The force is not trying to deflect this further, but this is deflecting. See, I have taken individually. First this deflected, and then after that this is bending, this beam. So when it is bending, then what happened when it is bending? So this is the original position. So when it bend, it would be like this. Okay, it would be like this, and then because of this bending, since always I told you what, these two are perpendicular to each other. So when it bent, see, initially initially this is the perpendicular. When it bent, then what happened? It also, this horizontal line will bend like this. Okay, so because of this bending, then what happened? See, when it bent, what is the condition here? This is already condition. What is this? This is the YC1, and because of this, it bent further. Then from here to here, it is a YC2. So that means here I can divide this problem into two parts. What is that? The bending because of the horizontal and the bending because of the vertical. So here the bending because of the vertical, see, for example, see, if I see this is the theta here, and here also it is a theta here. Okay, so whatever theta here, here also and the angle between these two also, how much? It is also theta. Okay, this is the theta, and this is the length is L here. How it is theta? See, this red color one is perpendicular to this one, and this is perpendicular to this one. Okay, the angle between these two is theta. Okay, this is nothing but theta, and see, this is also theta. So The YC2, how can I find out theta into L? Theta is here nothing but what is this? This is a B, right? This is a IB. IB is nothing but theta here. Okay. So if I find out the IB, I can find out theta into L YC2. Okay. YC1 I can easily find out. What is the YC1? YC1 is only because of this horizontal. So this is a PL cube divided by 3EI. Okay, and what is the second structure? If you take the second structure forces, okay, if you take the second structure forces, this is the second structure. Okay, so here what are the forces that are acting here? See, because of the pressure, P is acting here. This is the A and this is the B, and it is trying to rotate this. So there is a moment acting here. What is the moment? Moment equal to P into L here. I am neglecting the P. Why? Because it is the axial. Okay. So for this, I need to find out the deflection at B. How will you find out? See, whenever the moment is acting like this, then automatically there is a reactionary force acting like this. Okay. The reactionary force acting like this. Okay, so whenever there is a reactionary force acting, the value is, here it is a P and here it is a P. How I got this? M divided by L, that is a PL divided by L is P here. Okay, so either from this side you can consider X, or either from this side you can consider X, and you can find out the deflection here. We have solved this problem already to find out the deflection and as well deflection at any point, and then slope at IB. Slope at IB here in this case is ML. Slope at in this case is ML divided by 3EI. Okay, this is the slope we found. Okay, if you don't know how to find out, then you take this as a beam. This beam is like this, right? This is the beam. This is the P, this is the P, this is the L, and this is the moment M. Find out the slope at this point. Okay, you can easily find out that. So if I know the IB, that means it is a theta B. Then YC2 is how much? ML by 3EI into L from that formula. That means it is a PL cube divided by 3EI. Then total deflection, horizontal, not horizontal, it is a vertical deflection. Okay, here in this case there would be some horizontal deflection also. Okay, the total deflection here is how much? The total deflection is YC1 plus YC2, then it is a 2PL cube divided by 3EI. This is how we need to find out. If you can visualize all these, then you can easily find out like this. But in the examination, if you fail to visualize this, then we will see how to find out that. Okay, so how to find out the, okay, I said this is the vertical, this is the vertical. So what is the horizontal here? See, when it came here, okay, when it came to final position, it would be something like this. Okay, this is the vertical, this is the horizontal, this is the total. So whatever we found here is this is the delta vertical, and this is the delta horizontal, and from here to here is the actual distance between these 2 points. Okay, so here in this case it is difficult to find out, it is difficult to find this delta n here. We will see how to find out by using the other method here. Okay, but if you are unable to visualize this in the examination, then how to do this? By using the strain energy method. Okay, so by using the strain energy method, first I will take the portion BC by using the strain energy method. When I take the BC portion, this is the BC, okay, at C, P is acting like this, and this is the L, this is the BC. So what is the strain energy of the BC? I want to find out the deflection at C. Whenever I want to find out the deflection at C, then I can directly write YC equal to 1 by EI into if I take x from this, then in mx is how much? Mx equal to p into x. Okay, so p into x into dou m by, I will write the formula otherwise, mx divided into dou mx divided by dou p into dx. Okay, then 1 by ei integral 0 to L mx is p into x into differentiation of this with respect to p is x into dx. Then if I substitute this, then p L cube divided by 3ei. Okay, this is the yc1. And when I come to this portion, what are the forces? These are the forces that are acting on this. Okay, and if I take from this x, I will take from this section. The advantage in the strain energy method, okay, here is strain energy means it is a specialized case. What is that? Castigliano method, Castigliano first theorem. Okay, so I can take the x value either from this side or from this. If I take x from this, then there are two variables I need to take, two values, m and as well as p into x. But if I take from here, it is simple. So here mx from the a is how much? It is only p into x, that's it. Okay, you don't worry about a minus or plus. So here again yc2, if I write yc2 is here also p into x, there also p into x, then we will get the same value, pl cube divided by 3ei. Okay, so it is a combination of both. Yc equal to yc1 plus yc2, that is how much? 2pl cube divided by 3ei. Even with this method also, it is very, very simple. You don't need to visualize this much here. Okay, using this method. And in this method, it is also even possible to find out the horizontal deflection. Okay, how to find out the horizontal deflection at the point? Whenever you want to find out some deflection in that point, then you need to have a force in that direction at that point. Okay, so for horizontal I don't have any force, so I kept some imaginary force q here. When I kept some imaginary force q here, then again I need to draw the force diagram for BC and as well as the AB. So how to draw this? For example, if I take the BC, this is the B and this is the C, B and then C. So there is a force P here and then a force Q here. If I take any distance x here, what is the mx? Mx is only p into x. It depends only on the p into x. So here yc1 is from this, how much it will get? pl cube divided by 3. Sorry. Here this is only p into x. Then what is happening? Dou mx divided by dou q I need to do. Here I have done dou p. Why? Because in the direction of the p. Here I want to find out the deflection in the direction of the q, so I need to do with respect to q. Then it will become 0. That means yc1 is becoming 0 here. Okay, and if I take the second portion a and then this is the b, ab. Okay, the P is like this acting and then Q is acting like this, and because of the P there is a moment P into L acting like this. Okay, now I need to find out the reactionary forces. This is A and this is B. Okay, so see here how to find out. This is the A and this is the RA and this is the RB. We don't know the direction for the time being. So here RA plus, otherwise previously we found, let's assume that there is no Q. We need to go always motorway, okay, in the examination. Let's assume that there is no Q. When there is no Q, we know how to find out this. This is coming here and then this is going like this. Okay, otherwise I will write in the black color. I'll keep red here. Why to confuse this? So this is coming like this to oppose the moment here, then its value is P and here its value is P here. But now what is happening, Q amount is acting here. So wherever the force is acting, that force will be considered only at that point. Okay, wherever it is acting, that force will be considered only at that point. Otherwise, if you confuse that much, RA plus RB equal to Q here, Q also acting in the same direction, otherwise you can keep a minus Q. Okay, if I apply moment here at this point, so RA minus M equal to RA into L minus M equal to 0, that means RA equal to M is nothing but PL. So RA will become P. When RA equal to P, then RA equal to P, then again RA equal to P, then automatically RB equal to minus Q and minus P. Minus Q minus P, that means its direction is changing. So here at A the value is not changing, but here only Q is added extra here, plus if it is this direction, both are adding, so P plus Q. Okay, in the same direction, both are in the same direction at B. Okay, and if the frame is like this, then how to find out the total amount of deflection that happened at A and then D, the total amount of YA plus YD, how much happened, how much it deformed in this direction. Again here I will take two cases. What is that? First, I will assume that there is no deflection in the BC, horizontal is as it is. Okay, horizontal is as it is. Then when horizontal is as it is, then what happened? Okay, then it is try to bend like this, and it is try to bend like this. Okay, equal amount it will bend because the P is same and L is the same. Let's take this is the delta 1 and this is the delta 1 here. Okay, and then now I will take this as the not bending, but only this one is bending, this one is bending. Okay, so this one means horizontal is bending. So previously horizontal is like this, and when it bent, then what happened? When it bent, it will become like this. Not that much it will bend, it will bend like this. Okay, when it bent, then what happened? Automatically, see, this is the horizontal, this is the vertical, and this is the vertical. Previously, it was like this. Previously it was like this, and here also it was like this. Here in this case, then previously it was like this, but when it bent like this, then what happened? This also automatically it will go like this. Okay, it will go like this, and it also go like this. Okay, so from here to here, this is the delta 2, and here to here it is a delta 2. How to find out this delta 2? For example, here this angle is theta. Okay, then this angle will become theta, and here also this angle will become theta. Okay, as like the previous case. So if you know the L value, then here delta 2 equal to L into theta. So that is how we can find out. Or theta B, here in this case it is a B, and this is the C. Okay, this is the A, and then this is the D value. So if you find out the delta 1 and then the delta 2, then you can find out the total deflection. So here total deflection of A to D, A and D is how much? 2 delta 1 plus 2 delta 2. So how to find out the delta 1? See, this is a fixed one, and then this is a cantilever beam. Okay, P. So what is the value here? 2 into, for the cantilever beam, what is the value? P into L cube divided by 3EI, that is the value, plus 2 into, okay, this BC portion. I need to find out the BC portion. This is the BC portion, and for this BC portion, because of this lever, P is acting like this, at a distance of L, the moment is acting here. Okay, that is a PL moment, and here also there is a moment acting here. Okay, how much? That is also PL here. So because of these moments, what is the this is the deflection, and what is the theta here? How to find out this theta? We need to find out this theta. And if you find out this theta value will become ml divided by 2e. ml divided by 2e. How will you find out this theta? Okay, so for example, to find out the theta at C, theta at B equal to theta at C, if you use this strain energy method from here, if I take the x value here, then mx equal to how much? Mx equal to nothing but m, that's it. Dou m by dou m equal to 1. Okay, if I substitute this value, then what happen? So if by substituting that deflection formula, okay, then you can find out this value. Okay, you try that as a separate problem. Then what happen? It will become 2 m is nothing but PL, 2 PL into L divided by 3 EI. Okay, so 2 and 2, how much it will become? Already 2 and 2, then here it is a 3, sorry, here it is a 2. It is a 2. Okay, then if I take the 2 PL here, if you take the 2 PL cube common, then it is by EI, then how much it will become? 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2, then it is nothing but how much? 5 by 6. Then finally how much it value? 2 will get cancelled, then 5 PL cube divided by 3 EI. Okay, this is the value, this is the total value of this. Okay, this is how we can find out in the examination. And in the examination, if you don't know, for example, in the examination, if you don't know this one, like how to find out, then we can go for the strain energy or Castigliano method. Okay, so another common type of frame that has been asked in the examination is this. Okay, so here, for example, if you need to find out the deflection at B, then it is easy. So when deflection at B means, here what is happening, this force will be transferred to this. So when I transfer this force here, what is happening? The P will be acting here. This is the A and this is the B. This is the length of 3L. P is acting here and it is trying to turn this. So because of that, there is a moment acting there. Okay. So how much moment is acting there? L into P. So this is acting like this. M equal to P into L. Okay. This much is acting. So here we need to find out the deflection at the end. So again we can go for the moment area method. In the moment area method, first I will take the only effect of the P. If I take only effect of the P, this would be like this. This is the P into 3L. 3LP, this is the A and this is the B. And because of the moment, because of this is a negative, and because of the moment it is a positive. Why I am choosing negative and positive? How I am choosing sagging and hanging? This is a positive, and P into L, and here also P into L. This is the 3L and this is the 3L. Okay, so I need to find out, this is A and this is the B. Centroid of this is A, and then centroid of is this is the 1. So from here to here, centroid is 2 by 3 into 3L. Okay, and from here to here, how much? 3L divided by 2. So here, how to find out? Why see here? yb minus ya equal to how much? Area, we'll write here, yb minus yi equal to 1 by ei. Area of the first diagram is half into 3l into 3pl and into 2l. Okay, 2l is what? 3l into 2 by 3 is 2l, that is the x1 bar, minus pl into 3l into 3l divided by 2. Okay, then after simplification what will happen? This is the 9 pl square, pl cube divided by 9 by 2. Okay, then it will become 9 pl cube divided by 2 ei. Okay, this is the yb. When yi equal to become 0, this is the value. This is how we need to find out. But in the examination, sometimes they ask you to find out deflection at d. Deflection at d, yd. So if yd is need to find out, then how to find out? One is visualization by taking at different places. But another case is like a Castigliano method. So it is very easy to go for the Castigliano method. I will go with the Castigliano method here. Okay. So for example, if I take the DC, this is the D and this is the C. What is the condition for the Castigliano? Wherever you want to find the deflection, I want to find out deflection at the D, there should be some force acting. So first check whether force is acting at point D. Yes, it is acting. And in which direction you want to find out? I want to find out in the downward direction. Okay, so downward direction means P is acting in the downward direction. First you will take the DC and here you identify the forces. P is acting here and you take x value from here. You don't need to consider about Cy because we are going from the D value. At any distance of x, mx is how much? P into x, and dou m divided by dou p is how much? X. So here yc1 equal to 1 by ei integral 0 to L px. Formula I am not writing again and again, otherwise I will write here. Y equal to 1 by ei integral 0 to x. M suffix x into m suffix x dou m divided by dou p dx. P means wherever we are finding out. Here if I substitute this value into dx, okay, then it will become x cube. So pl cube divided by 3ei. This is the value here, yc1. And here if I take the CB section, this is the CB section, this is the B and then this is the C. And on the CB section, what are the forces that are acting? The force that are acting is only moment. M equal to how much? P into L. This is acting. Okay, if I take from this X, you don't need to worry about the forces at B. Okay. Then again here, if I take this, what is the mx here? Mx is nothing but m equal to p into L. Okay. So dou m divided by dou p equal to L here. So if I substitute this yc2, then 1 by ei integral 0 to 2L. The length is 2L here. Okay. So PL into L into dx. Then if I substitute x equal to 2 after integration, then it will become PL cube divided by E into I. This is the value. And then if I take the last section, that is this is the A and this is the B. This is the B. At B, what are the forces that are acting at B? One P is acting like this and then there is a moment acting like this. You can see from that. I will draw here, otherwise it is mixing with this. A and then this is the B. At B, what are the forces? One P is acting like this. You can see there. Okay. And then M is acting like this. How much value? P into M. The total length is 3L. And if I take at any distance here, X, Okay, sometimes if the reactionary force at A is only 1, then you can find out that, and from this side you can find out. Okay, but here also the reaction, there are two, one is moment and one reactionary force, the equal same amount will be there here. So that is why it's better I will come from here. So here mx at any distance from the B is how much? PL minus P into x. Okay, so dou m divided by dou p is how much? L minus x. Okay, so if I substitute here, yc3 equal to 1 by ei into integral 0 to 3l, length is 3l here. Okay, mx is how much? P I will take the common, L minus x, and this is also L minus x square into dx. Then it will become how much? Otherwise here this I can take it as a px minus pl also, no worry. Here also px, it will become, in that case what happened? X minus l. Okay, so that here what happened? I can avoid the minus, x minus l here, x minus l. Okay, then what happened? When I integrate 1 by 3 ei p into x minus l whole cube 0 to 3l, that means yc3 is how much? If I substitute 3l minus l is 2l, it will become 8 pl cube divided by 3ei. Okay, so what is the total deflection? Total deflection equal to yc1. Where is yc1? pl cube divided by 3ei plus yc2. This is yc2. How much? 2pl cube divided by ei plus 8pl cube divided by 3ei. Okay, if 3 is the LCM, then 8 plus 1, 9 plus 6, 15. So 15pl cube divided by 3ei. That means it will become 5pl cube divided by ei. Okay, why point at C? Where actually it is not C. Okay, don't get confused. I'm very sorry. Here the point at D we are trying to find out. PD1. Okay, here also I'm very much sorry for this. PD2 and then PD2. Here also D. Okay, this also D. This is D. This is the D. Okay, so this is the value. This is how we need to find out, and you can remember this like L, 2L, 3L. When it is changing like that, then 5pl cube by EI. That's it. Okay, we can remember like this also. So like this, there are different types of problems can be asked in the examination. For example, if the frame will be like this, if the frame is like this, okay, here also it is a fixed like this, and then frame is like this, P is acting like this. This is equivalent to the first case only. Only thing is they reverse the diagram. Okay, in whichever direction they give, then we can easily find out. If you are unable to realize like how the theta and then the deflections are causing, then forget about it. You just apply this Castigliano theorem, and then you can directly find that there. Okay.